Hi, thank you, everyone. As you've heard, I'm going to be giving you a guide about PPC site migrations, but I'll also be giving you a secret to have a stress-free PPC site migration as well. But first, I need to take you back in time. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about COVID or lockdown too much, but it's 2019, and I got my first job on agency side. I was a lot younger, a lot happier, I'm still happy, and a lot less stressed. And I had some good hair then as well. And for this story, I kind of need to jump forward a little bit more in a bit. But first, I've got to explain that I had a great team around me, amazing clients, and one particular that was kind of amazing and still my dream client today. But like I said, we need to jump forward a little bit. It becomes November 2020. Black Friday's just upon us, and we have Christmas not far away either. And one of my clients turned to me asking, can we do 6 PPC site migrations in 4 weeks, all before Christmas? Already been signed off by CS and the account managers, so I had to say yes. I had no experience at this point, only having a year of experience in digital marketing. I had no processes to refer to, and I also had no resources available. I feared long nights and weekends of working in secret to get this done without the client or my agency knowing. I became a nervous wreck and I made a big mistake. Yeah, stress got to me a little bit. But I did have an amazing SEO partner, and together they were able to teach me what they knew about SEO, site migrations, which is always talked about, and how to translate that into PPC site migration. And together we formulated a plan. But first, before I jump in about this plan, my big secret to having a stress-free PPC site migration, I need to do a bit of an introduction about PPC site migrations. Quickly, please put up your hand if you've ever done a PPC site migration. A few hands. Please put your hand up if you don't know what a PPC site migration is. A lot more hands. So I'll quickly go through an introduction on it now. For me, my definition is any large-scale, simultaneous changes to final URLs within your ad accounts, whether these are your ad extensions, whether these are your actual ads, or any other aspect as well. This is normally done for one of 3 reasons as well, which is either a CMS change, maybe you're going from WordPress to Shopify or similar. Another one could be URL slug restructure. So your SEO team have noticed that the pages are all over the place. There's no consistency and users are getting lost on the website. So they're going to change all the categories and really change the nav bar and make it all smoother for the users. This changes our ads, which adds URLs, which means we have to change everything. And the third one is a domain change, the easiest of the 3. You just change your top level domain from website1 to website2.com. Nice and easy. However, this could take days to change, especially if you're in e-commerce and you have tens of thousands of products, each with their own unique URL and their own content and their own ad, which means you would have to go through every ad extension and changing each of them one by one. Now with this secret I'm going to be sharing, you can do this in just 2 hours max, whether you have 10 products, 10 web pages, or 10,000. But first, back to my story about these 6 PPC site migrations I had to do in 4 weeks. We started by sitting down together. I made the SEO counterpart a nice cup of tea, got him some biscuits to kind of get him on my side. And we shared our knowledge about what site migrations were. And he also told me about a tool that he used called an SEO redirect tool, where you got all of the existing URLs for the website and all the new ones that they're planning to use for the new website. It would be at a staging point at this time, so they just called it the dev site URLs. And quickly I was like, well, if I could use that left-hand column and I then match it to the right-hand column for all my ads, I could change all the final URLs within seconds. That gave me an idea. What if we took the ad account data, so all of the ads, or the keywords that have final URLs and all the ad assets, get that SEO URL remap tool, and use some automations just via some Google Sheet formulas to do that work for us. And this is where the PPC Site Migration bulk edit tool came. This is a simple Google Sheet that you can get at the end of this talk. But before I share this with you, I need to explain how it works. Otherwise, you won't know how to use it. And it simply uses two tools: Google Sheets to open the tool, and then Google Ads Editor to get the information you need and to put the information back into your account. Alternatively, you can use a Microsoft one if you're doing Microsoft Ads. For anyone who doesn't know, Ads Editor tools are offline editing tools that let you download your account data, even the metrics as well, in a safe environment that you can actually make changes. And these changes won't impact your ads either. So it's great for training, great for getting stuff ready for big sales or a new campaign you want to build without accidentally turning it live or impacting anything else within the account. And it looks something like this. Very simple here is kind of your navigation around. In the middle is the information of the items you're looking at, the entities. And on the right are the settings within the entities you're highlighting on. And the process we used to use the tool is 5 simple steps. First, you need to copy all the items from your Google Ads editor and paste them into the relevant tabs within the Google Sheets. These will be all of your ad types that have final URLs, all of your keywords, all of your asset extensions, ad extensions for anyone who doesn't like the word assets, and asset groups, which are the Performance Max ad group equivalents. Step 2 is you format the imported data. The way we do this is within the tool, you'll have these two columns. You just got to make sure to add that second column, the current URL, into each of those tabs. So you can then put the formula in that column later. So all it involves you doing is just adding a new column, calling it current URL, and changing the existing column called that to something like old URL or so forth. And step 3 is just add your SEO URL remap list. Your SEO team will have one of these for their own migration, so they know which pages to redirect, which ones to do 404s, and so forth. And you might need to make them a cup of tea, get them some biscuits. Brownies go down well in my team as well. But if you can get that tool off them, this will save you a lot of time. And once you've populated it, you'll have it here. As you can see here, they might have some new pages for the new website. You don't need to worry about these unless this works better for you, And it might give you idea for new ads to create and new campaigns as well. And then you'll have all of the new ones here, which is where you'll send all of your traffic once the site migration happens. And then the 4th step is to automate it. And this is all done via a simple Google Sheet VLOOKUP formula, which I'll have a link to later on as well. And it's already in the document for you when you get the Google Sheet. And all it literally does is look at the current URL cell, then uses your SEO URL redirect list within the tab called PPC Redirects, and it matches them up for you. And as you can see, it works just like this. And instantly, it's just done 10 of them within probably 10 seconds there. And all it will do is take a little bit longer if you did 10,000 just for loading. And the final step is to upload it to Editor. And that is a simple copy and paste tool that you can just copy it, put it all into Ads Editor like I've done here. And then you can finally go, as you'll see here, just copying it all there very quickly, checking everything is correct, process. And you can check if there's any errors or anything skipped. And then once you've approved it, you can then go and post it. This only took me a minute to do, this final step. I won't make you wait and watch it all though. And the next bit is troubleshooting. Now you know how to do it. It isn't always that plain sailing. URLs, it's kind of like plain snap. And sometimes you'll have some that won't match up. These in the spreadsheet will show up as #n/a. not applicable. And these will happen for several reasons, and mostly it's because you haven't standardized your URLs. This could be because you've got scheme prefixes on some of your ads and not on others, and your SEO URL tool has a mixture of them or has none of them. So what I recommend doing is making sure that you don't use any. I go with this option because Google Ads will then add them in if it's required at the end. Another cause for errors is trailing slashes. If you don't need them on your tool, on your URLs, take them off. Makes it a lot easier. And then you can also remove any you don't need as well. And this works well. And also unindexed pages. If you're having a hash n/a, it's most likely because you've got an unindexed page your SEO team aren't aware of. And this is actually you being able to help them back as well. And these could be because it's a dedicated landing page that no one's aware of. It could be because it's non-canonical content that they've kind of hidden away. But by finding this, you can help them so that doesn't get lost in the shuffle. This tool that I'm providing also has other uses too. These also include updating ad copy. Because you've got a spreadsheet now, you don't have to do it all within Google Ads Editor. You can quickly concatenate other formulas that's already been mentioned today to create new ad copy for your ads, your ad extensions very quickly. You can also use it for drafting new ads as well. And you can even create new ad groups or even new campaigns within this tool as well that you can then populate and push live at the same time. And then you can use this for such as rebranding, just refreshing ad copy. We've all been there, it's been busy. I'll update that ad copy for autumn next week, I'll do it next week. If you're already updating your URLs, take the extra 5-10 minutes to update the ad copy as well. Or you could be doing it to make sure that when the new website goes live, any new promotions they have, you have them ready as well. This is all great, but what can't this tool do? It's great me telling you what you can use it for, but it does have some limitations. First one is the product feeds. This doesn't work with Google Merchant Center, so it can't help you make sure they're updated. It can't help you edit those. I'm sure there's other tools out there that can. Unfortunately, this one can't. Another thing it doesn't help with, unfortunately, to all those paid social marketers out there, doesn't help with your social media platforms either. To my knowledge, Meta Ads and Reddit and TikTok don't have ads editor offline tools yet. Unfortunately, you can't use this for that either. If that ever changes, let me know and I'll update the sheet so it does work with them as well. So, I've gone through how it works, I've gone through what a PPC site migration is, and I've gone through how it doesn't work. So, we've only got one big question left. Deadline day. Did I do those 6 PPC site migrations in those 4 weeks? Curious, how many people don't think I did it? Put your hands up, please. I like your honesty, I respect it. So did I complete them? Of course I did. I appreciate you, but I did. However, I couldn't have done this without the SEO team. And I'll be honest, the first one did take the longest. I mean, the SEO team had to work out the bugs in the tool we were using, working out the best way. And in all honesty, this one took us a few days because we had to kind of fix all the bugs and find out why it was happening. However, the others were a lot quicker and they gave me time to help the SEO marketing team in their small tasks I could help with on their site migration as well. And it gave me time to do all the other things I mentioned, like the rebranding, making sure new ad copies created, and making sure we've got new promotions set up. I also made a lot of cups of teas for the SEO team as well in this time. So the moral of this story is befriend your SEO people. I know it's been mentioned a lot during this day by other speakers on this stage, but befriend them. They will help you a lot, not just with this, but with other things as well. At the end of the day, you're trying to help the business or the client at heart. Doesn't matter which channel that comes from, work together. The other one, So grab a copy of this tool afterwards. I'm sharing a tweet and a LinkedIn post as soon as this finishes with it all in. And you'll have a link at the end of this as well. And the other one is help your fellow marketers, not just your SEO people and PPC people, but help each other. You know, it can be quite a lonely community, like a lonely work to do. Sitting in Google Ads accounts or sitting in Screaming Frog by yourself. Check in on each other. There's growing communities online and in person just like here. Help each other out. Everyone in this community are super friendly, super helpful, and they want to see each other flourish. Make the most of that and be part of that as well. So share this tool and your experiences and your advice with each other. If you haven't done a PPC site migration before, get a copy of this. If you don't know how it works, drop me a message. If you've done a PPC site migration, you know someone who hasn't, share this with them and share your own insights too. This is my talk. Thank you very much. And as I promised, here's the link for you.